The sexist mentality is well and alive, not only on our campuses, but also in our homes. While the Aligarh Muslim University Vice Chancellor thinks girls should be kept out of a library because they will attract 4 times as many boys, a father and a Congress candidate in the forthcoming Jammu and Kashmir elections believes that daughters are a liability. Mohammad Yousuf Bhat is the Gandarbal candidate from the Congress in Jammu and Kashmir. He writes in his affidavit to the Election Commission that his daughter's names under the column of liabilities is an affidavit that he's filed in his nomination. Asked to explain, Bhat made it worse by insisting that unmarried daughters are a liability to their fathers.
जो बाप पर बोझ है उसी को डिपेंडेंट कहते हैं। मेरी बेटी है, अभी उसकी शादी करनी है। हर एक बाप के पीछे बेटी तो बोझ ही है ना, शादी है ना, शादी करनी है ना, तालीम उसको देनी है, तालीम तो वो पढ़ती है ना, इस वक्त वो एमए बीएड कर रही है ना, फिर उसकी शादी करनी है, वो लेवल तो में है, उस पर खर्च हो जाएगा ना। आजकल आप देखिए ना बाजार कैसा है।
I want to go straight across to headlines today. Shuja ul Haq, for more on this. Shuja, there is no defending a comment of this kind. Mohammad Yousuf Bhat's statement that, daughters are a liability is, as low as it could possibly get, at these times when there is so much sensitivity over such issues. But he's only made it worse by reaffirming what he wrote in his affidavit.
Well, that's right, Shiv, and look at this. Look at the manner in which he is justifying it as well. He's trying to say that because he has to get his daughters married, that's the reason why he said that there were liabilities on him. And this is the kind of mindset that has invited a lot of criticism throughout the day.
Yes.
Throughout the day, whoever we spoke to, within the valley, outside the valley, on social media, everybody has been criticizing it and saying only one thing, that if this is the kind of mindset that these potential leaders and candidates have, what is the kind of signal and message that they are sending across to the general public? Let me just add one more thing about this particular gentleman here. He is the same person who was also involved in the controversy related to the death of National Conference worker Haji Yusuf last year. He has been a controversial figure, and with this kind of a statement, he has kicked up another storm just ahead of the elections here.
Stay with me, Shuja. We've also gotten lots of reactions to what Mohammad Yousuf has written both in his affidavit and then made worse with his own comments. Let's get you some of those reactions.
ये बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट सोच है, और अगर हमारे देश के नेता ऐसा सोच रखते हैं कि बेटियां बोझ हैं, तो ये तो बहुत ही खतरनाक है। फिर देश की जनता में क्या मैसेज जाएगा? नेताओं को अपनी सोच बहुत परिष्कृत रखनी चाहिए, बहुत समझ के उनको ये सब बोलना चाहिए।
Well, on to the other big story we're tracking today. A demand from the Aligarh Muslim University female students to access the university's famous Maulana Azad library has been rejected by the Vice Chancellor. Lieutenant General retired Zamiruddin Shah's reason for rejecting that demand: he says more boys will come to the library if girls are allowed access. Speaking at the oath-taking ceremony of the new Students' Union, the Vice Chancellor said that there was an issue of space at the library too, and if girls were allowed, 4 times as many boys would come to the library.
There is problem of space, as correctly brought out by your principal. There is no place even for the boys to sit. If we allow the girls, there will be 4 times more boys coming to the library.
Well, the Vice Chancellor's bizarre justification for not allowing students of the Women's College to use the Maulana Azad library has triggered massive anger and outrage, not just at the university campus, but across the country. And after drawing flack for his comments, General Shah has issued a clarification. He says that the media is sensationalizing the issue. He now says that he is not sexist and believes in empowerment of women, not in segregation.
ये तो सेंसलाइजेशन आप कुछ भी रिपोर्ट कर दीजिए। मैंने कहा भीड़ और बढ़ेगी, और जो है यूनिवर्सिटी बिल्कुल एक जगह नहीं है उस लाइब्रेरी में। अनलेस वी एक्सपैंड द यूनिवर्सिटी मौलाना आजाद लाइब्रेरी, आई एम अफ्रेड दे कैन नॉट बी अलाउड। वी कैन नॉट टेक द यूनिवर्सिटी इज ओपन फॉर 18 आवर्स अ डे। They just cannot take the load of additional students.
मैं एग्री नहीं करती, क्योंकि हमें भी राइट होना चाहिए लाइब्रेरी जाने का, बिकॉज मैं हमेशा सुनती आ रही मौलाना आज़ाद लाइब्रेरी के बारे में, बट आज तक मैं कभी गई नहीं अंदर। अगर गई हूँ तो बुक्स भी इशू नहीं कर पाई हूँ, तो उसके हमारे लिए कुछ होना चाहिए।
अगर लड़कियां पढ़ने जाती हैं तो उन्हें भी पूरा हक है कि वो लाइब्रेरी को यूज़ करें, क्योंकि जितने स्टूडेंट हम लाइब्रेरी के हैं, मतलब इस यूनिवर्सिटी के हैं, उसी तरह वो भी लड़कियां भी हमारी जितनी बराबर स्टूडेंट है इस अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी की।
जानकारी पूरी प्राप्त होने के बाद ही मैं कोई टिप्पणी करूँगी।
And Associate Editor Simi Pasha got us this ground report from Aligarh.
Should girls be allowed inside Aligarh Muslim University's Maulana Azad Library? Does the presence of girls create a disciplinary problem inside the library? Let's get in a reaction from members of the Students' Union and students of AMU. I have the Vice President of the Students' Association with me. Masood, what do you have to say about the statement issued by the Vice Chancellor that if one girl walks into the library, 4 other boys will follow her and there'll be a discipline issue inside the library?
If he gave this statement, then it is surely it is condemnable, and that I want to state one thing here, that in Maulana Azad Library we have 11,000 students registered, and in that 11,000 students, 2,700 students are girls. So
you think the library basically already has female members? There are girl students who are members of Maulana Azad Library.
Yeah, we have girls student of PG courses, professional courses and research courses in PhD.
So to say that girls are not allowed in Maulana Azad Library is factually incorrect?
Yeah, it is factually incorrect. Basically, some people are there who want to create a controversy in the name of Aligarh Muslim University. Media also do these things, and it's a historical. We have a historical background. Always we done something good. It is not quoted in the media. And if something mismanipulated comes into the market, comes into the audience, and the media wholeheartedly create a controversy for Aligarh Muslim University.
And this issue basically pertains to the women's college. आप बता रहे हैं कि women's college का ये issue है क्योंकि women's college का administrative section ही अलग है, उनका union भी अलग है.
Actually, the way media has portrayed the issue, it is not related to gender. Okay. It's not a question of cultural space in AMU. It's all about the women's college issue. The women's college has a different identity. It has a historical identity. It has its own sanctity. It has everything available separately from the Aligarh Muslim University. Every facility is there. Their dinings are separate. Their classrooms are separate.
Is it a part of the Aligarh Muslim University?
It is a part of Aligarh Muslim University, but its sanctity, its identity is separate. Its union is separate. They have their library. Actually, it's not. It may be that it's not functional. It may be that there is shortage of books. It may be that it's not so effective. But it's a question of administration. How administration deals with this issue. It's not a question of how we deal with our sisters. How the university. It's not a question of gender sensitivity.
But do you think the Vice Chancellor's statement is probably not in good taste then?
Yeah, actually, the Vice Chancellor's statement, if it is true, what the media has portrayed, it is highly condemnable, and we do not agree. Actually, we have a precedent. In medical college, our sisters are studying till 10 o'clock at night in engineering college in different seminars and libraries. The situation is same. We have equal access to library. We have equal access to all the facilities in Aligarh Muslim University. Simply, it's the issue of Abdullah Women's College, and it's a question of administrative dealing.
And how do you react to this controversy?
If whatever Vice Chancellor has been quoted by media, if that's right, then we would like to correct our Vice Chancellor on that issue. That AMU has been an institution where boys and girls have been studying here since long. We have been together in library, we have been together in classrooms, we have been together in reading rooms, and we have been studying in very comfortable manner. Coming to the issue of Abdullah College is a separate college. It has its union, it has its dining halls, it has its classrooms. Everything is separate. It may be possible that there are not enough books. What we would suggest to Vice Chancellor is that make it accessible to them through some way, if it's not possible to get them all out, because they have a separate institution. Saying it that boys here are not good, or they are following the women or girls, that's completely incorrect, and we don't find it suitable for the AMU.
And joining us now here on Headlines Today is Sakina Yusuf Khan, consulting editor with Prevention Magazine and an alumnus of Aligarh Muslim University. Sakina, thanks for speaking to Headlines Today. Always good to get a perspective, from someone who has actually studied there, like the persons you just heard. How are you reading, how are you viewing the statement, Sakina, being made by the Vice Chancellor and the clarification that he made thereafter?
Fair or not fair, I don't know, but I think this is totally a non-issue. Why? I'll say is because this is not the denial of any kind of rights for the girls. They are undergraduate students. They stay and study in Abdullah Girls College. They have facilities there, which the authorities have decided, not today, but many years ago, and this continues to be the case for undergraduate students. And if at any stage girls feel that this is not adequate, they will ask for it and the teachers will look into it.
Okay.
As far as postgraduate students are concerned, there has never been a problem. I have myself been a student of the university and at the postgraduate level, all the libraries are open to you. You can go there, you can study as long as you want, even at night. We used to do that all the time ourselves. So there's never a problem about that. Yes, it could be an infrastructural problem, that it doesn't have enough space that the authorities can look into and do something about it. But these are issues to be handled instead of, taking it up as a and running away with it. I think it needs to be looked at it from an administrative and infrastructural point of view, and not see it as a gender issue. I don't think the media has been using the word banned. The girls banned from there. No, it's not banned. Every university has some facilities for some classes, some students, it's just a question of that, and that is what the Vice Chancellor was probably saying. I don't know in what context he said it, and his choice of words, I'm nobody to comment on that, but that's the way I look at it.
No, but that's precisely what I want to ask you, Sakina. Do you think it was a poor choice of words on the part of the Vice Chancellor? I mean, he's a highly educated man, a former general in the Indian Army. Do you think he just chose his words unwisely?
No, I don't think it's in doubt. Security for girls is an issue everywhere. It's an issue even in Delhi. So I don't think that there is any question about that. So if as a Vice Chancellor, as the head of the institution, he's concerned about that, I think that's fairly valid. In this context, I really don't know. In this context, it might be, but if he said it depends on the context in which he was being asked. I was not present over there. I wouldn't be, and I shouldn't be talking about that. But I think security is a problem, so it's a valid issue. It's not